Did you build enough ground speed? Ask yourself, did you build enough ground speed? Hello everyone, welcome back to the Intentional Lady Intentional Living Tribe. If you're new here, my name is Anu Balogun and I was sent to you, yes you, to help you stop living and start intentional living to create the life of your dreams by design and not by default. And if you're an OG, you know how it is. Welcome back. Thank you all for showing up. Thank you for coming back to watch. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your comments, your likes, and your shares. And don't forget to share this video to someone you want to see succeed. It's very, very important. You might be helping someone out there. Yes. So let's dive right into today's video. In today's video, we're talking about the C of intentional living. That is the confidence of intentional living. And we're talking about how to unlock an unshakable confidence. A confidence that people would stare and watch like, what's that? Where did you get this kind of confidence from? I mean, yeah, so that's what we'll be looking at in today's video. So like I would always say, I don't want to come here and start giving you, 10 steps to build your confidence, 5 steps to build your confidence, 2 steps you need to do to build your confidence. I don't want to do that. Like I can as well, be scripting out, do these 10 steps and your confidence will change. No, rather, I want to take you through the process on how you can build that confidence yourself. Because oftentimes than not, when people say 5 steps to build your confidence, 10 steps to build, you just cover that you write out all the steps, right? But you don't take action on the steps because it was given to you. You didn't do it yourself. So it's just like you using someone else's tools to work. But if it's something you did yourself, you find more pleasure in using it. So that is why I think the tone of this channel is not, 10 steps to do this, 5 steps to do this. Maybe not yet. Maybe when we're done with this whole journey of the A to Z of intentional living, then we can start, changing the pattern of 10 steps, 5 steps, 2 steps, and 3 steps, right? So for now, it's still like more of a conversation. So I will just come here and talk to you about the A to Z of intentional living, taking each alphabet and making it conversational, then relating it to the Bible and showing you where you can, get all your answers from, because that is where the truth lies. So that is just what I'm going to be doing. So on the journey to creating your dream life, or discovering your unique serving purpose, you need to build an unshakable confidence alongside with you, because it is going to help you conquer so many challenges you would face along the way. Like I said, after intention comes disruption. So do not think like, because you want to create that dream life, or because you're on a journey to discovering your purpose, so therefore it's going to be a smooth journey, or you would not come across challenges or, obstacles or stumbling blocks. No, I would not sit down here and tell you would not come across all those things, but you just have to have the right tools to combat with all these things when it faces you or when you're being faced with it. So that's just the whole idea of this journey, to be able to have an awareness, have the right belief, and have an unshakable confidence to help you on your journey in the pursuit of your purpose in life and creating that dream life you want. So confidence would help you gain enough ground speed so that you can have the right air speed so you don't crash in the air. So what most people do is they do not gain enough ground speed and they take off. So when they get to the air, they crash. And after they crash, they come back to say, but you said I should do this. I did it and it did not work. Did you build enough ground speed? Ask yourself, did you build enough ground speed? So that is just the whole idea of this confidence. We're going to be looking at how to build enough ground speed so that you can gain the necessary airspeed to stay in flight. I would use a plane as an example to give context into what I just said. If you've boarded a plane before, you would relate. And if you have not, it's okay. Just listen in. So after boarding a plane, you discover that before the plane takes off, it goes round and round and round on the tarmac. Have you ever thought of the fact that what is this plane doing on the ground? Like, why is it going round and round on the tarmac? Why is it not just taking off immediately? Or have you boarded a plane that took off immediately? No. What the plane is doing on the ground is building enough ground speed so that when the plane takes off, it can stay in flight mode. It can, have like the smooth airspeed it requires. But what you do is you don't build enough ground speed. You take off and there's issues. So what that means invariably is allow yourself be a baby. Allow yourself get dirty on the ground. Just allow yourself be. Don't be too much in a hurry to gain airspeed. Don't be too much in a hurry to be in flight mode. Don't be too much in a hurry to take off. Yes, you've identified your unique serving purpose and maybe you have not. Yes, you want to create that dream life you want by design and not by default, but you cannot do it in a hurry. You cannot do it without process. You need to go through process. You need to build ground speed. You need to get yourself dirty. You need to first crawl, walk, fall, walk again. Do a lot of all these things before you can confidently stand and say, yes, I have gone through all these things and now nothing can shake me. What most people do is they don't try to even crawl, let alone walk. They just want to fly. Like how? How do you just want to start something and fly? How do you just want to discover something and fly with it? You need to allow yourself the ground speed you need. You need to allow yourself be that baby. You need to allow yourself crawl. You need to allow yourself walk. You need to allow yourself do all these things on the ground before taking off. By so doing, what you're doing for yourself is strengthening your muscles, building enough expectations, empowered expectations, because you have done your groundwork. So your expectation in the air will be empowered. If you don't do enough groundwork, by the time you take off, your expectations would not be empowered. But if you do enough groundwork, when you take off, your expectations will be empowered. You'll be doing things from an empowered aspect, from an empowered perspective. And also, that is why you have to walk in alignment. That is why I started from the A as the awareness, the B as the belief, the C as the confidence, and it goes on like that. Like the list goes on. So you can see that there's an alignment in all these things. Like, we are not jumping the gun. We didn't start with the confidence or start with the belief or start with another thing entirely. No, there should be like an alignment in your journey. You can't be doing things distortedly. Like, you can't be doing things like a double dutch game. You should have like a proper alignment. So without the awareness, you can't even have a belief. Without the belief, you can't have confidence. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So this is why you have to walk in alignment. Because on any journey you are on, there should be a certain level of alignment so that your journey is not distorted. So if you're new on this channel, you might want to look up previous videos to gain proper context and clarity into this journey. So you don't just jump in halfway and you don't really understand or relate to what I'm saying. So the awareness, the belief I mentioned earlier are previous videos you can go back to watch. Now, let's go to our GOS to look at what it says about confidence. And like I said, if you're new, I would just give you context into that. The GOS is the God operating system. That is the Bible. That is what guides like our principles on this channel. That is like our guidebook on this channel as well. So I'm not just coming here to tell you things or tell you stories. I'm coming here to tell you relatable stories in the Bible and the lessons you can take from it and how you can also incorporate it into your life to make it work for you. So that is the whole essence of the Bible, and that is why we are using it as our guidebook as well. So we'll be looking at the story of David and Goliath in the Bible, where the Bible described Goliath as the champion of Gath, 10 foot tall, 6 claws, and all those features that can be very scary. And he has been a man of war from his youth. Now, he staged a single combat against the Israelites, and none of the Israelites could come out to face him. I mean, who would not be scared? But just one person that they didn't even expect could come to face Goliath showed up and said, you know what, don't worry, I got you guys. I'm going to face this guy. Of course, I'm using it in my context now. You can go read up the story, just so that you are in alignment. So, David came out and said, I got you guys. Don't worry. I'm here for you. And everybody was shocked, like, are you this small boy? Of course, David, was still in his youth. So nobody expected him to come out and face a mighty giant that even the adults were scared to face. But David, probably knew what they didn't know. So, and he used it to his advantage. So that's the whole essence of, you living intentionally. You know what others don't know, and you use it to your advantage. So what are the things David knew that they didn't know? First, David remembered the covenant God had with the Israelites, that I will bless those who bless you and curse those who curse you. That alone gave him a sense of understanding that Goliath could not have won that battle. Because if he did, that means God has lied, and God cannot lie. So he already gave his word, and that is his word. That's one thing David, probably remembered and used as his weapon. The second thing he remembered and used again is the fact that he had killed a lion and a bear for a sheep, for his father's sheep. So if God had saw him through that process of killing a lion and a bear, who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he cannot take off, that he cannot kill? So he had that confidence in the word of God. He had the confidence in the fact that he has backing. He remembered the covenant first, he remembered what he has also done, and God helped him to achieve it. So there was nothing to, there was no reason for him to be scared. So he told them, like, come on, I've killed a lion, I've killed a bear. What do you mean? I'll take down this uncircumcised Philistine in no seconds. Even though, he might have had a bit of fear in him, but he just didn't show it. Like, he was so confident in God first and in himself. So now, what did he do? Saul, out of, preparedness and, just to show that, yes, they have all these things, to fight a war, he clothed David up with the armor, the helmet, and all those things are not. And after David wore it, he felt that he could not move very well, like he was impeding his movement. And he said, but you know what, I can't walk with this thing. I'm going to take it off. Just allow me. So he went to look for 5 smooth stones, his sling, and he put everything in his bag, and he said, don't worry. And why? Because that is what he used to kill the lion and the bear. So he just felt like it's reasonable for him to use like the tool sets that he's used to, and not someone else's tool set. So why will he use someone else's tool set and lose the battle when he can use his tool set and win? So he just ditched, Saul's tool set and went with his own tool set. So now, what he did, he was very, very tactical. He knew that if he gone for maybe his arm or his leg or anything, he could retaliate. He went for the head that would bring confusion. So he went straight to the head. They know that when anything hits your head, you can't even think through or think properly. Just one stone. He had 5, but he used just one. Just one stone took Goliath down. And, that was it. And he eventually used his sword to finish him up. So trust me to give you context into that passage. Now, what most people do is they don't believe in their sling and their stone. I'm sure if it were to be you'll probably be struggling on how to use Saul's tool set, because it's shiny, he has an helmet for protection, he has an armor, he just has everything that looks the path for the war or for the battle. But your sling and your stone does not look the path, so you probably not use it. So this is where confidence comes in. This is where unshakable confidence comes to play. And this is why you should have unshakable confidence in your unique serving purpose. Because at some point, you will be faced with a challenge. At some point, you'll be faced with a battle. What are you going to use? Are you going to borrow someone else's tool set to achieve your purpose? Or that's why I said from the beginning that I cannot give you my template to create the life of your dreams. You have to build your own template yourself. And that template is just for you. You also cannot give somebody your template to create the life of their dreams, because we all have different templates. But one thing is just standard and is sure, is the process, is the principles, is the tenets that guides us all these things. So that's just the whole idea. And that is why I said I'll be taking you through the process of creating your dream life, and not giving you my own template to work with. So so this is showing you the process on how to create it. So you have a choice to either say, I'm going to sit down, and start creating that dream life, or I'm not creating it. I'm just going to live my dream life to default. But I am very convinced within myself that if you have a process to work with, it makes the journey like 50% easy for you. And you can even tell to somebody else when you are being asked like, but how did you do it? What did you really do that, made you different like that, just helped you to become this successful? You can tell them, God first, then I followed process. So, and principles. So you can't say, there's no manual to life. Yes, there's no manual to life, but there are principles that guide this life. So if you don't follow the principles, you just tend to see that your life is going towards default. You are just following bad wagon. Like everything is just tilting towards disruption, because whatever is left, like whatever you don't do, will tend to go towards disruption. And that is entropy. And that is the opposite of intention. So if you don't create your life by intention, you are leaving it to entropy. And entropy is anything that is left undone would tend to go towards default and destruction. So that is why sometimes you see that sometimes some people's life will just tend to go towards disruption, not because God is not good or not because they don't have what it takes. It's just because they left it to default, but not you. You are going to do yours by design. You are creating yours by design, and that is why you're on this channel, like I would always say. So back to what I was saying. These days, everybody wants to use someone else's tool set to enter the palace or the promised land without discovering their tool set, without even after they discover their tool set, believing in their tool set or deploying their tool set or developing their tool sets. So you will see that David did not just, he didn't start with the giant. After he discovered the sling and the stone, he tried it on the lion and the bear before he tried it on the giant. So you can see there's a process. He didn't just come and say, because God said that I will curse those who curse you and bless those who bless you, so therefore let me just go and face Goliath without without anything, without nothing to work with me, without even a sling and a stone. No, he had practiced on a lion and a bear to see that these two sets is the best. So now when he saw the giant, he could take down the giant. But you don't even, you don't discover anything, you don't practice with anything, you are not even deploying, you don't even deploy with anything. So that is why it looks like you're frustrated, you're unhappy, you are overwhelmed. A lot of things are going on in between. But if you take yourself through the journey of discovering your purpose, like discovering that thing that makes you stand out, developing it, because it requires effort to develop it. So, and you are going to develop it yourself. God has already put it in you. It's left for you to develop it. And you have to then deploy it, put it to use first, see that it is working, test it on different people. Then you can now make proper use of it, use it on the giant and enter the palace or the promised land. So that's the whole idea. And that process alone will help you build an unshakable confidence. And that is your groundwork that you'll be doing. So all the discovering process, the developing process, and the deploying process is the groundwork. And that was what David did before he faced the giant. So that's why I said there's no manual in life, but there are principles that guide us in life. So most times, People see people that are already winning at something or doing something, great, and they want to do that same thing without even, questioning or asking the right questions like, is this thing meant for me? Is this what I'm supposed to do? You just see like your friend is maybe doing like an hair business and there's money in this hair business. Let me go and do it too. Not like you would not even see money because, God said whatever you lay your hands on prospers. Not like you will not make money or anything, but there's a place for fulfillment. Will you be fulfilled? Will you be living that life you truly want to live, or you're just living based off the fact that you are surviving? You just want to do something to survive. Yes, it's good to be in motion, but let your motion be tactical. Let your motion be purposeful. Like, let your motion be very, very, very reasonable, not copying or using other people's tool sets to create the life of your dream. You have to go through the process of discovering, developing, and deploying it. And that is that process that people run away from. That is the process people don't want to go through. They just want something that is finished. They want someone else's outcome. You want to use someone else's outcome to achieve the life of your dreams. You want to use someone else's outcome, to evaluate your life. So you want to start from someone else's outcome. You don't want to start from the ground. You just want to compete with somebody that is already there. And you don't know the process they took. You don't know what they did. You don't know all the things they had to do to get there as well. But you are just coming to see their finished work and you feel like, wow, I need to be at par with this person. I need to be on the same level with this person. My lady, it's not going to work. So stop looking at other people's armor. Stop looking at other people's ailments. Stop looking at other people's tool sets. Start believing in your sling and stone. Start developing your sling and stone so that you can deploy it on the giant. Start your journey now. Start your journey now. I can't say it more than enough. Start your journey now. When God gives you that idea, don't undermine it. Don't look at it like, oh, this stone and a sling. Oh, no. Don't undermine that idea. Don't undermine that vision. Don't undermine anything. So long you are sure that you did not think for God and it was given to you. My lady, don't undermine it. Develop that sling and stone to work for you and deploy it to good use. And you'll see your life transform right in front of you. So let me give you a few points on what confidence does to you and why you should actually build your confidence muscle. Number one, it gives you an empowered expectation by design, because now you are going to be more intentional about achieving your purpose more than ever than leaving it to default. So you have no room to leave your purpose to default. You have no room to live your life to default. You are going to be very intentional about creating that life because you have an empowered expectation, and that is confidence. Because you have confidence in your purpose, you have an empowered expectation. So your actions will be intentional effortlessly. Like nobody is going to force you to do anything because you know it is just the right thing for you to do. So the second thing confidence does to you is to open doors that have been close to you and usher you into opportunities that you felt or you feel like have eluded you. That is what confidence will do to you. By building the right confidence in your purpose, by having the right confidence in what you carry, you will see doors opening up to you that you didn't know existed, and you'll see yourself having opportunities that you'll be wondering, where have I been all my life? And it's just by you having the right confidence in that thing that you carry. Having the right confidence, just like David had so much confidence in his sling and his stone. Where did he lead him to? He led him into the palace. He opened he opened doors of great rewards to him. So that's the same thing confidence will do to you as well. It will lead you to that promised land. It will lead you to your desired outcome, your designed outcome. So the third thing confidence does for you is to shorten your journey on the pursuit of your purpose. So by having the right confidence and building the right confidence, it can sometimes shorten the journey towards the pursuit of your purpose. Yes, just like David's, journey. He was still a youth when he took down Goliath, and see where he led him to just from a youthful age. So that is just the whole idea. Confidence would, sometimes shorten the journey towards the pursuit of your purpose. So the first thing confidence does for you or does to you is to open up an entire universe for you that you never knew existed. I mean, look at David. Just by taking down Goliath, look at the universe that opened up to him. Look at the opportunities that opened up to him. Look at everything that opened up to him. So that is what confidence does to you. It will open up universe to you. Like, it will open like a world of an entire world to you that you'll be wondering like, wow. And that is why I said some of you have ideas that will transform this world. Some of you have innovations that will transform this world. But because you lack confidence in that idea, you lack confidence in that vision, you lack confidence in that tool set, that is why you are still stuck. That is why you still feel the way you feel. That is why you feel depressed, you feel overwhelmed, you feel like everybody has left you behind or everybody is winning and it's just you that is not winning. But you need to begin to flip those perspectives and build your muscles. Like the journey towards the purpose and towards the pursuit of your purpose, you need to start building all these muscles that you need. Your awareness muscle, your belief muscle, your confidence muscle. You need to start building them so that you can have that courage, you can have that Holy Spirit boldness to pursue that purpose and win. So to unlock an unshakable confidence, you have to be very intentional about where you download your confidence from. Where do you download your confidence from? Where is your source? You have to just become very, very intentional about where your source of confidence is coming from. Are you relying on your strength? Are you relying on your mind? Are you relying on your body? Are you relying on your skill set? Are you relying on what exactly are you relying on to get your confidence? So these are the things you need to look into, and this will be part of your assignment. Now, I need to let you know this, that the more confident you become, the more confidence you exude, and the more confidence you have to execute your unique serving purpose. So you have to make an intentional effort today to become more confident in your unique serving purpose, or in that thing you carry that makes you different from every other person. It requires an intentional effort to be more confident in it so that it can help you create the life of your dreams. So this leads me to your assignment. But before I give you your assignment, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, share to someone you want to really see succeed, like I would say. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. This is not an advisory channel. This is a conversational channel. I would like to hear from you. So drop your thoughts in the comment section and trust that I would respond to it as soon as possible. So your assignment is in two parts. First part is to choose an activity starting from today that pushes you slightly out of your comfort zone. You know, that activity that you always feel like, wow, can I really do this? And I'll give you an example. Either speaking, maybe picking up your phone and just recording and just, saying things to your phone like you want to post it, even if you're not posting, just do something to build your confidence muscle. Speaking to somebody, like introducing yourself to somebody and telling them what you do and, the things you like. Maybe a stranger, you can just, not like walking on the street to meet a stranger, of course, but someone, maybe meeting someone new and you are not just sitting and just looking. You can just walk up to them and be like, wow, hello, my name is this, that, what have conversations around things like that. Or maybe you are in a gathering. Speak up. say your mind. Just choose one activity. I'm just giving an example. It does not have to be any of all these things I've said. I'm just giving an example, just to guide you on that activity that would push you, that will push you out of your comfort zone, and you look back and say, wow, did I just do that? Like, really, did I just do that? So that's just the whole idea of that activity. Now, the second part is to write 3 strong confidence building affirmations that can guide you, like, on a daily basis. So you just write out your 3 strong affirmations that that can help you boost your confidence level, and you recite it to yourself every day. The whole idea is just to flip your perspective and boost your confidence level so that you can, strengthen your muscle. So you do it from inward out. So you start from within, and, by so doing, you just see your life transform gradually, not like a spike, but you see a gradual, transformation. And that's the whole idea. And don't forget to always stay intentional with your action until I see you in the next video.